us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a fun AFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
On the ground, this is Amari Hampton. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Extra receivers don't spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Steps away. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now it's Herbert. That's caught. Haronde Gadsden. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Again, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line. The Chargers' passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. On first down, hits Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 9 here. Herbert. Open man right side. That's McConkey. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Looking to put a drive together. They run here with Rico Dowdle. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Escapes the defender. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Rico Dowdle, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Over the middle and caught by McConkey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This now a 3rd and 4. Herbert, quick pass out wide. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
He's got another one to Johnston. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Left side, he finds his tight end, Gadsden. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Hampton. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brings up 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
First down, Los Angeles.
So after a second fourth down conversion on the drive, they'll soldier on. It's another 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. There they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
David Njoku, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score. Chargers 14, Steelers 7.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On play action. Now Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this one too low.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what it was going to take to make an excellent quarterback. Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Rodgers to throw once more. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He'll get this complete to Trey Harris. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Well, now how about this return? And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
With all the specialization we have in this great game, at some point, the head coach is going to take charge of every group. And I think at halftime, he spent a little time with the special teams coach, said, look, you've got to find a way to get us a big play to help us get back into this.
Rolling to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 97 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tuipulotu got in and dropped him. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
It's a 6-yard pickup to get them back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Charger drive about to get going. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Now 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Herbert now. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, they were able to pick up 1 first down on this drive and get it away from their own goal line. But not much happened after that, and it leads to a punting situation.
This is fielded at the 27. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he will be taken down with a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. Rodgers now to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
To throw is Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Open man, that's the tight end fire move. Short completion, just 4 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Rodgers to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth from 10 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Extra point now by Boswell. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 14. Chris Boswell.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here comes second down. Herbert. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well. Up the middle, it's Hampton. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Plenty of time. All three timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. They'll work inside here. Hampton. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all three timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Here comes second down at 5. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
At the 4-yard line. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mitchell. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Charles, in these lower scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They played turnover free from whistle to whistle.